Hi everyone and welcome back to Tropical Glos. In this video we are going to look at redesigning a exotic border, moving some palms around, adding some hardy evergreen interest and getting rid of this Phytolacca Americana. So stick around and see what we can do. So regular viewers of this channel will know that we made some changes in this bed a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, and we removed a Phytolacca spectabilis out of this area. But now it's time to make some changes. As you can see, the carrier is in flower, but it is going over. A lot of yellowing of the leaves. Most of the plants in this area are coming to the end of their season. So there are some that are going to remain in here, and I'm going to also remove some as well. So this Phytolacca Americana is 100% coming out, not to be replanted. I don't need such a rampant plant in this area. This Casonia spicata also needs to come out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to, just in this area here, plant a Waggy that is at the back. And I'm also going to put a Loquat tree in this bed too. So there's going to be a lot of evergreen interest in here. So this is the Waggy that will be removed. Cannas I'm going to lift and store the rhizomes of them, and then we're just going to have a shuffle around, fit things in, and then eventually in spring we're going to move the Eriobotrya into this position too. So first things first, let's get rid of this thing. So there's actually two plants in here, if you can see me through here, all supported by these stakes. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these stakes. Let's whack these out. I've got this Velcro plant tape, which is absolutely brilliant. I've used it a lot around the garden this year and it's really worked well. It's got the soft side to go around the plant stems, but it also is very firm and holds things in place a lot. Let's not damage any plants, so I'm going to cut stems at the top first. That's a beautiful palm. Needs to be seen more and need to get it out into a better position. Sometimes there's only one tool for the job. I watch a gardener on YouTube called John Lord, and he uses a pickaxe for most things. Look at that. So I've just moved this stone and I can see the root run is going all the way through here. So it's just taken over the bed, not only in space, aerial space, but yeah, how much better could this bed have been this year without this plant in here? Who knows? It's like an alien. And that has already made such a difference. And I hope you agree with me that this Waggy is too nice to hide at the back of the bed. There you go, Phytolacca gone. Boom. Well, it wasn't Phytolacca, boom. So now I've got a better idea of what's going on and a bit of the space that I can play around with. So next up, I'm going to take out this Gasonia spicata. I'm going to pot this one up. I've also got these Alstroemeria Indian summer, which I'm also going to remove and pot up as well. They're beautiful plants. And yeah, I'm going to leave in the Persicaria, going to leave in the Dahlia tuber. This is obviously staying here because it's perfect for this position. Oh, just found an Agapanthus down here as well. That's going to have to be removed. So we've started potting up. I've potted up some Courtlia that were in the bed. I'm going to cut off these stems here. And then Alstroemeria. So find a pot that's going to fit in, 11 centimetres perfect for that. Whack some compost in. Get the roots so they are nice and comfortable in there. Make sure it's the right way up. Add some more compost. Shake it around a bit. And that's it. That's pretty much it for potting up. Divisions, etc. Just make sure all the roots are covered. This compost is nice and moist anyway, but I'm going to water these. Just keep it separated from the Courtlia. But that's Alstroemeria Indian summer all potted up. We've got another one here. As you can see, it's still got all the top growth on, so I'm going to cut the top growth off. See whether I can actually divide it any. I will leave this one. So 11 centimetre will be fine. Get your pot, stick some compost in. Good quality compost with perlite for drainage. Ooh, pretty. We'll just take out a few of these, I think. Just tease the roots away. There we go. Another free plant. Pop him in. And as you can see, I don't wear gloves very often. I do like the feel of soil. I may be weird, but I do like the feel of soil on my hands. I don't like it under my nails and all the dirt that comes with it. But I don't know, must be my inner hippie coming through. So there we go. A little bit of propagation later, and we've ended at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Alstroemeria Indian summer. That's not bad out of 3 plug plants at the beginning of the season. And I've got 3 Courtlias all potted up, and then the Gasonia spicata looks a bit limp now, but trust me, this will bounce back really quickly. I don't need to cut any of the foliage off. This just grows brilliantly. So it's a week later since we started on this, so we're now going to continue. You know, life gets in the way. There's this pesky thing called work that I have to do that kind of gets in the way. In the meantime, what I did do was move this Waggy. I didn't film it because it was a long procedure. I wanted to protect the roots as much as possible, so it was a really careful extraction. Planted it, filled the hole full of water first of all, then planted it, then kept on watering, and I got some fish blood and bone around the base just to help those roots grow a little bit more. So today we're going to get the Loquat tree in place, and then we can see what other planted space we've got for next year. So as you can see, we have got the Waggy in place, all watered in, nice deep hole, and the next stage is to get this Loquat tree planted, which is going to go in between that Persicaria and those cannas there. So let's have a look at what we do. So this is the area that I want to put this Loquat tree, and where I'm going to put it is here, in this spot just between these cannas and this Persicaria. Now of course the cannas are going to get lifted later on in the year, so I'm not too worried about that, but I just want the rhizomes to grow as much as possible before I lift them. Okay, so let's get started. So, trusty hori. Let's start having a look at what we've got to deal with here. I've just been a little bit careful because I don't want to actually dig up any rhizomes if I can, so it's a case of careful extraction, careful digging. Plenty of roots under here. So I've got my hole already dug now, and look at the roots on this. So yeah, it's definitely time to plant it out. So I'm just going to get some bloodfish and bone, whack it in the hole a little bit, whack it around the backfill soil, just to give it the best healthy start that we can. Perfect fit. Right, let's just get the positioning right. I reckon that'll do, actually. And we'll just backfill. So we've not had much rain recently, well, this year at all really. It's been a dry autumn so far, so I am going to give this a good amount of watering. Now let's give it all a really good watering in. Here is the finished look. Of course, not completely finished because we do have a lot of planting to do next year, but the idea is to give this a good amount of evergreen interest, because this is what I see out of the kitchen door. So I need to make sure this looks nice. I'm pleased how this has turned out. I think it's going to really take off next season. I know that Loquat tree will, and I think I've got a good mix of evergreens and enough place to plant perennials, annuals, etc. for a really great display next year. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy the content, please do so. It would mean an awful lot to me. Makes it all worthwhile when people subscribe and watch. So until the next time, see you later.